Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1983 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the Chicago White Sox at Comiskey Park. On the mound for the Tigers today is Dan Petry, whose record is 7-3 with a 2.64 ERA. And pitching for the White Sox today is Richard Dotson, whose record is 16-11 with a 3.89 ERA. And I think we saw any of our playoff hopes that we had left. Very few, just a small bucket's worth was dumped out onto the baseball field yesterday as we lost 8-4 to the Royals. Jack Morris started the game already listed as tired, but we've been in this four-man rotation now for about two times through the rotation, and we almost got through the fourth inning with him. It was bases loaded. Tigers were winning 3-2, and a ground ball hit to Trammell I thought was the end of it, and he booted it, and that was it. It was an error, and the floodgates opened. They scored 6 runs, and we lost the game 8-4. So there's 6 games to go. And we are 4 back, as you can see here. So the chances have dwindled to almost nothing. The rest of the divisions have some really interesting races, like our American League West division here. California, Seattle, and Oakland. I can't wait to see how this plays out. Oakland is probably the worst team of the 3, and yet they're right in it. So we shall see how this works out. If things go poorly for us in 2 games, we could be done and allow us to give some of the future Detroit Tigers an opportunity to play. Okay, so we are playing the White Sox. We are at Comiskey Park. We just played them at the end of August and the first day of September. We lost 2 of 3, so that was not a good series for us. 4 of the last 6 games are all against left-handers, so that's also in against us right now. We do have Dan Petry on the mound coming off a stellar performance. The current White Sox lineup is batting .341 against him. It's only 52 plate appearances, but not good numbers there. And all of our bullpen is available because everyone is rested. Here is our lineup versus Richard Dotson. I did make one change. I decided to give Terry Kennedy the day off. Lance Parrish does not hit lefties. Does not hit righties. And so I brought in the lefty Rich Gedman to give him a shot. Rich Gedman, by the way, technically the highest rated catcher in all of our roster at any level. So why not give him a shot here down the stretch? He couldn't do any worse than Terry Kennedy has been in the last week. So let's go ahead and do the official Tigers lineup rundown. Batting leadoff, playing second base, is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting second, playing first base, is Greg Brock. Batting third at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting cleanup at third base is George Brett. Batting fifth and DHing is Mickey Hatcher. Batting sixth in right field is Glenn Wilson. Batting seventh in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting eighth and catching is Rich Gedman. And batting ninth in center field is Kevin Bass. Let's take a look at Richard Dotson here, making his 34th start of the season. He is 16-11 with a 3.84 ERA, 174 strikeouts in 237 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .258 against him. He's got 7 complete games and 3 shutouts. Fastball tops out at 89 miles an hour. He's a ground ball pitcher, 44.6% of the time. He's got 3 pitches in his arsenal. His fastball is his out pitch. He's got a curve, which is pretty decent, and a slider that is just below average. Overall rated a 90. The 24-year-old right-hander just got a contract extension, so he's good through 1986. I do think he played the Tigers in that last series. Yeah. So he did play the Tigers. He got his 14th win, going 8 innings, giving up 8 hits and 3 runs, striking out 9. So it's not going to be easy for the Tigers today. We need this one. Take a look at the White Sox defense. Looks like everybody is where they should be. Okay. So here's Sweet Lou leading off against Richard Dotson. It's a fly ball to left. I thought that was going to be a blooper into left center field. I was wrong. Ron Kittle making the catch. 1 out. Next man up is Greg Brock. Brock takes strike 3. Looky, that's a high strike. I probably would have laid off that one myself. 2 quick outs. Here's Alan Trammell. We moved him up in the lineup today. We're really just thinking about stats at this point. Padding the old stat line as Trammell pops out to first base. So we go to the bottom of the first. Let's take a look at the Chicago White Sox lineup. Batting leadoff, playing third base, is Joe Gates. Batting second and DHing is Neil Fiala. Batting third in right field is Rod Allen. Batting cleanup, playing first base is Sap Randall. Batting fifth in left field is Ron Kittle. Batting sixth at second base is Tim Hulett. Batting seventh at shortstop is Fran Mullins. Batting eighth and catching is Biff Pocoroba. And batting ninth in center field is Tony Scott. Dan Petry, old Peaches, making his career high 16th start of the year. He's 7-3 with a 2.64 ERA, 57 Ks in 99 innings pitched. Opponents are batting 181 against him. That's amazing. 2 complete games, 1 shutout. Fastball tops out at 89 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage 46.3%. A 4-pitch pitcher, pretty decent arsenal. Fastball rated a 91, a slider an 83, a change in a curve that are just a tick below average. Overall, rated a 90. The 24-year-old righty doesn't go to free agency until 1986. We just gave him an extension, a contract extension, to be clear. He had a shutout in his last start versus the worst team in baseball, the Rangers. 9 innings, giving up only 4 hits and 2 walks. That is the best start of his entire career, really. So, and his first ever shutout. So good job by Dan Petry. Let's see if he's got anything left in the tank today. There's the defense. Now, Rich Gedman behind the plate. He's rated an 83, which is solid, but his arm is rated an 86. So it is the best of any of our catchers, not named Marty Castillo, who's got an 88 arm, but he's also a third baseman, so I don't really know how that equates. Okay, here is Joe Gates, a couple lefties right here at the top of the lineup. Oh, that was a ball that dropped right through the strike zone, and the leadoff man is on. Joe Gates, good speed. He's on first base. Here's Neil Fiala. We're going to play straight away. A pop-up on the infield. Trammell, the GOAT of yesterday's game, and I don't mean the greatest. I mean, he was eating grass and chewing on garbage. Okay, so 1 down, runner on first. Rod Allen up. Rod Allen, a rookie with 34 home runs, second in the American League to his teammate, Ron Kittle. Ground ball to short. And they get the force at second. Can't turn 2 somehow with like the best defense in the infield in the American League. Allen beats it out. That'll bring up Sap Randall. Randall, also a rookie. I think the White Sox are on the verge of becoming a very, very good team here. The pitching staff is amazing, on paper anyway. And if they can keep this middle of the lineup together, they're going to be good for a while. Okay, so Randall grounds out to first. That's out number 3. We go to the top of the second. George. Brett leading off. Brett hovering just below 300 on the season. Flips it to left. Carried 300 feet. Play made by the left fielder, Kittle. One down. Next man up is Mickey Hatcher. Hatcher flips it to right. That could fall in. No, it's going to be caught. The wind must be blowing out at Comiskey Park. As there's out number 2 now. Glenn Wilson goes deep. Home run number 24. Talking about the wind blowing out. 382 feet as Wilson, Big Willie, rips it to left field. His 24th on the season. He's got a .291 batting average. Let's admire him for a moment here. He might be our player of the year, our team MVP, 93 RBI, batting .291 with an .834 OPS. Nicely done. Here's Gibby with 2 outs. He flips it to left, and Kittle will make the catch on that one as well. So, solid job there by Glenn Wilson getting us on the board. It's 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the second. So here's the American League home run leader. We have right now 8 players who have hit 30 or more home runs this season, and Kittle is the leader overall as Petry walks the second batter. This is the Petry we've come accustomed to here, at least until last start. Maybe this is the reversal of fortune game where Petry walks a ton and gives up a couple long balls. Oh, he strikes out Hulett. It's the old walk, strikeout, walk combination. 1 out. Let's get a ground ball here. Get a double play. Fran Mullins won't have anything to do with it. Fly ball to center, and it skims the fence for a 2-run home run. Fran Mullins. I mean, a shortstop with 18 home runs. That's a career high for him. Good job by Fran Mullins. It's 2-1. Yeah, this is the revenge game. This is it. This is our last breath as Biff gets a base hit. As we roll over and die, our last word is Biff. And then Tony Scott crushes it off the fence. So we're taking up Petry here. I mean, this is not going to be it. He's going to give up a shit ton of runs. We may as well bring in Morris Madden here. It's 3-1. We're going to pull the outfield in. By the way, that was a double by Scott, his 22nd on the year. So, all right, 3-1. Here's Joe Gates. Outfield in. Good curveball from Madden. Fly ball to right center field. Scott will hold. Probably a smart move. Neil Fiala up next. Only a 140 hitter versus lefties. He smacks it to center. Play made by Kevin Bass. So the White Sox come back with 3 runs of their own. A couple home runs in there. A bunch of horse shit, really. We go to the top of the third. Here's Rich Gedman. He could be our catcher of the future. Ground ball that gets through the infield. There's a base hit. Good job by Rich Gedman. Kevin Bass cannot hit and run, and he cannot walk. He also cannot bunt. So all he's left to do is swing away and hope for a strikeout, actually, because that should have been a double play. Second K for Richard Dotson. Here is Sweet Lou. We will hit and run here. And a fly ball. That's not going to get it done. All right, so unfortunately this game is toast. We're just going to have to play it out as Brock strikes out. I'm not going to let Morris Madden. We got so many people in the bullpen. We're not going to let Morris Madden pitch to the right-handed heart of the lineup. We're going to give that to Roy Thomas, who at least has put up some innings this year. Been real solid for us. The walks have gotten out of control here down the stretch. Let's look at his log. Yeah, he's had 10 walks in his last 20 appearances. So that's not great. 10 walks in 21 innings pitched. So every other inning he gives up a walk. And he strikes out Allen to start off the inning. That could have been ball 4, I suppose. 1 out. Here's Sap Randall. Randall gets a hold of it, rips it to right. And Wilson makes the catch. Out number 2. And then Kittle strikes out. So, wow. Thomas comes in just absolutely firing BBs. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Trammell, Brett, and Hatcher are due up. Here's Trammell. Line drive to center. Yeah, we're not getting anything this game. Brett pops out. The only player that's going to do anything. Oh, Brett's safe on an error by the first baseman, Randall. At least we have a runner on. Gosh, look at Mickey Hatcher's contact. Down to 89 now. Went from 92 to 89 within just a couple of games. We've probably reached his threshold this year. We're going to hit and run with Sticky Mickey. He lines it to right. It's caught. I guess we may as well try to have George Brett steal second. Well, it's only 65%. What is their catcher, Biff, got? What's he got in the cannon? It's 82, so it's just above average. It's not even really that great. Well, Glenn Wilson's hit 1 home run today. Maybe he can get another and tie it up here. Nope. Strike it out. Let's see if we can get one more inning from Hulett. We go to the bottom of the 4th from Thomas, as Hulett gets a hit. There's 1. And a wild pitch. And a home run. So Mullins has 2 home runs today. Let's get this game over with. Base hit by Pocoroba. Another wild pitch. Hell yeah, the mogul is on right now. Let's see how bad it can get. Gates popping it up on the infield. Ground ball to third. Can we go around the horn? We do. So we only give up 2 runs. Another home run by Mullins. Here's Gibby. Gibby walks. Gedman lines out to center. Bass gets in with a base hit. He seems to go from 230 to 227 every other game. Gibson goes to third. Here's Lou. Ground ball. It squeaks through the infield for a hit. He drives in a run as Gibby scores. And 1 swing of the bat can tie it up. Greg Brock's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts today. He pops it up. Brock's batting average under 290 now. What's his OPS is under 900. He's been crap down the stretch. A walk to Trammell. And Brett pops up. We do get 1. Taking out Thomas. Bringing in... Let's bring in Gumpy Gumpert. We haven't seen him in a while. For good reason. He sucks. He's 25 years old. Doesn't go to arbitration until 86. But I don't think we're going to have him that much longer. He's one of those borderline guys that despite a solid rating, he doesn't seem to be able to get anybody out. Yeah, there's a walk. Strikeout. Oh, the old walk, strikeout. Strikeout, walk. Strikeout. And this is going to be a walk. And a ground ball to short. Actually, not a bad inning. We go to the top of the 6th. Sticky Mickey. Striking out. 5 Ks for Dotson. Glenn Wilson fly ball to left. And Gibby striking out. We'll give Gumpert another inning. Well, he gives up a hit. So, yeah, my rule of sending relievers back out for a second inning, I should adhere to that because we do not have the ability to do that here. Another base hit. The worst players on the team absolutely crushing us. Let's bring in Paul Gibson, the creeper. Lefty on lefty. Violence here. There's a base hit to center. Oh, this might be caught. Run scores. 6-2. Another base hit. Rod Allen. Ground ball to short. We're going to the 7th. Gedman leading off. Ground ball. 1 up. Bass. Another base hit for Bass. We're down 4 runs. Let's hit. Well, we need to get back in bunches. There we go. Base hit. Come on, Greg Brock. Do something, dude. Nope. Holy shit. Does that guy suck now? What is the deal? He hasn't had a home run in over 20 games. I don't know. Does that mean he's just a part-time player? Trammell. Line drive. Sap Randall, switch hitter, so we'll let Gibby pitch to him. Bringing in Jeff Montgomery. Possibly future closer? For the Tigers, anyway? For somebody, for sure. We've struck out a lot of batters today. I'll say that much. 1 out. 2 outs. Eight strikeouts for Dotson. Base hit up the middle. When we bring him back out for the second inning, everyone has gotten on base. The leadoff guy's gotten on every time. The season is coming to a close. Tony Scott's just crushing us today. And he's 4 for 4. Yeah, we were never going to win this ball game. I don't want to bring in Danny Jackson. We'll bring in Keith Comstock. He got rocked. Was that in the last game? Yeah. Gave up 2 home runs. It was like two really unlikely people, too. One was, it was Terry Harper's first home run of the season, and the other one was, I think, the 6th home run or something like that. There's an out. And maybe an out. Yep. All right, 9th inning. Here's Dewey Robinson. He is the closer. I don't know why you're bringing your closer in with a 4-run lead. He's not good, although he is 5 for 5. Here's Gibson. Season's on the line. I don't know. Lance Parrish pitch hitting, striking out. All right. I surrender. Striking out the side to end the ball game. Tigers lose 6-2. That is all, folks. 5 games back with 5 to go. That is very upsetting. I am so bummed that we could not provide a playoff this year. Yeah, it really is kind of bumming me out a little bit, I have to admit. I wish I could say it was fun. I mean, it was fun. We had a lot of fun. We made our own baseball cards this year. Everybody's tied in the West still. We had a theme song for a minute. It was fun. New York clinches the East. They win 8 in a row to shut it down. Take a look at this lineup. What a motley crew of players this is. Their leadoff hitter is their best hitter. they send Mookie and last year's National League MVP, sent him to the minors. And now Mookie's at least on the bench here, but they lost their first baseman, so they bring up Richie Hebner, and what do? They rattle off 8 wins in a row. It's all about their pitching, I think. Rick Ownby, last year's Cy Young Award winner, 22-8. Wow, they are so cocky right now that they're bringing up Bill Lathan to get a start maybe before the end of the year. I don't know who that is, but he had 4 starts last year. All right. Yeah, and then Los Angeles has finally just decided to take control. Cincinnati's lost 5 in a row. They were a good story this year. 260 stolen bases, for crying out loud. Let's take a look at headline news. Pete Lecoq, that's the other guy, had 2 home runs. And one of them he gave up. Comstock gave up. Travers shuts down the Athletics. Bill Travers, 6-0 win. So he was on Milwaukee. Okay. Scooby had 3 hits. Doug Lohman. That's not bad. There's Travers. He goes to 8-17. He got a shutout. All right, next. New York wins the National League East. Walt Terrell was the pitcher, and what does he get for it? He gets sent down to the minors. That sucks. The Yankees add the lead over the Tigers. It's done. That's it. Okay, transactions. Nothing new. I did fix Ivan Calderon. Gave him his extension. All right, let's pull up the box score, take a look at it. What a bunch of crap. We're going to give the player of the game to Glenn Wilson. And, it's funny because it's our starters that let us down. Jack Morris was tired. He was tired. Dan Petry could not even get out of the second inning. And that's what happens after you... that's exactly what happens when you pitch a shutout in this game. If we would have pitched him, he would have given up 11 runs, just like Jack Morris did. Jack Morris threw 2 shutouts. He threw 3 shutouts this year. But in 2 of them, the next start, he gave up 11 runs. So, that's what would have happened. We probably did ourselves a favor with our team ERA. This frickin' game has whatever it's built into it that will bend you over on the next start. It's like the reverse revenge game. Having said that, we only had 6 hits, and we're going to give it to Glenn Wilson, who went deep at least. Lou Whitaker, 2 hits. Good job by him. That's it. We're going to come back tomorrow, and it should be it tomorrow. It's going to be the end of the season. Tomorrow, we're going to play it out. We're going to play for stats, but we're looking into the abyss. So until then, everyone, have a great night.